Hello everyone and welcome to this new tutorial of Flamingo TV. Today we're going to talk about the persistence module inside Spark AR. So what the persistence module is doing is it's help you to store data inside the phone of the user of your filter. So maybe if you want to store like a number or text or anything, and the user leave the filter and then come back later, and he can access to the data that he has stored before. For example, I don't know, I could write my name on a filter, and then when I came back afterward, my name is still on the filter, it's still written on the filter, because you could store your name or the name of the user inside the effect. So this is called the persistence module. First, what you need to do when you try to use something new is just go and read the documentation. So the documentation is here on the website. It's pretty straightforward. I just read through all the code, and there's a lot of comments, so it can help you understand how it works, how this works. So for the persistence module, you can store data, you can access to the data, so you can get them, you can set the data, and you can remove the data. Okay. Also, something really important is like when you use the persistence module, you have to whitelist the key you are storing. So here, for example, data is stored, so you have to whitelist data to use it. Okay, I will show you how to do this. So here's the documentation, and then also I want to show you also how to split into multiple script files in Spark AR. I think it's pretty useful not to have like a 500 line of code, even if I'm doing this all the time, but it's pretty useful not to have like a 500 line of code on Spark AR, and it can be really messy if you keep doing this. So also there is a documentation for that. Here, splitting scripts across multiple files. Just read to go through. They show you multiple different examples, the way to export and the way to import classes and functions inside files. So it's pretty interesting. So yeah, let's start. What I'm gonna do today to show you the persistence example is a pretty simple example. We will just tap on the screen and then show some increase some a counter, and then store this counter. So when you come back, you already get the values that you have stored before, and you don't have to count again. Okay. I don't know if it's really useful example, but it will at least show you how to use the persistence module. So what we need for that is 2D text first. So let's make it a little bit beautiful, like I said here, and add 2D text. So I don't know, maybe change the font to something like cooler, and then make it bigger, and then make it fill with, and then I don't know, that's okay, and change the color, maybe prefer like pink, like the flamingo pink, something like that. Yeah, great. So then we want to counter, and we want to increase the counter. So to increase the counter, I will use the tap gesture. So use the patch editor to add the tap gesture, screen tap here. Okay, and then I won't use counter here because we can actually increase it like that. But I prefer to use the script to do all by scripting, because like persistence is you have to use it through the script, so it's better to do like as much things as you can do by scripting. Actually, screen tapping is easier to integrate inside the patches, and also I'm not sure about that, but gesture you need to use it through the patch. It's better than using it through than initiating it through the script. That's something I always do. I don't know if it's the best practice or not, but I always do this. I tend to add everything like linked to maybe setting materials and textures, and getting like getting gesture from the screen, or like tapping, pin, etc. I prefer to use this in the patch, and then everything related to like the algorithm or the architecture of the of my filter, I prefer to do it in the script. So yeah, I want to send the tab to the script. So what I need to do is first create a new script, and then to sending to the script the pulse of the tab. So I will call it like maybe screen tab. Yeah, okay, and then just this way. So the tab will be sent to the script. Now I have to open the script and then get that value. Okay, so diagnostic here. What I always do also is just this rename to D because it's way faster to write. So what have we done already? Screen tab, subscribe to screen tab now. Okay, so how do I subscribe to screen tab? First I need to insert a patch module. Okay, patches, it's called patches, so require patches here. Okay, and then now as everything is asynchronous, we need to use the promises to wait for everything to be loaded, which is I think it's a great way to do. Results, then I will get my results, and then in case there is any error, let's catch errors and print the error in case there is an error. So something like that, there is an error here. Okay, and then print it, error. Okay, so what I want to get is the screen tab here from ToScript. So it outputs from the patch editor and get to the script, and it gets a pulse value which is called screen tab. Okay. So yeah, now I got my normally I get my screen tab pulse value. I don't know if it's really a value or more like a pulse, but anyway, I need to subscribe to it. So results, which is an array, I get access to the first value of the array. Maybe I just make it a little bit smaller so you can see my face when I'm speaking, which is maybe better. So I need to subscribe to this value. I don't need any events, just need to subscribe to it, and then we can try to see if it works. Okay, let's see. Okay, great, it's working. Okay, cool. Now we have screen tab. We get the screen tab from the patch editor. Okay, cool. Now we need to count that screen tab. Okay, so it's pretty easy to do. So where is my code? Oh, it's here. No. Okay, let's put this here, and then the code is here. Okay, great. So I need to count. So yeah, sure. Let's make a counter. Let's use a value and call counter, and then counter start from 0, and every time screen is tapped, counter increase. So counter plus plus. Okay, counter plus plus means counter plus 1. So here, and maybe it works. We can do something like this to see if it's really working. Here it works. Counter equal to let's see counter, and I prefer not to increase my counter before I'm printing it, so let's print it and then increase it. Okay, it's a better way to do it. So yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, cool. But now I want my counter to be displayed in the text, because that's the way we want the filter to be. So display the count into the text. Okay, so how do we do it? How do I do it? So I need to get first I need to get the text inside the script. Okay, so scene root, and then find first something like 2D text 0, I guess, something like that. No, okay, 2D text 0. Okay, great. So now we have the text. I hope so. Let's see. So results of 1 should be text, and let's initialize it to be empty. Okay, cool. Let's see. Cool. So now it's empty when there is no values. Okay. Oh, maybe we could even do something like hidden false and then hide it and show it whenever we have a value. But I prefer like to do this way. It's simpler, but it's maybe not the best way, but it's simpler for this example actually. Okay. So yeah, now let's set the value of the counter to the text. So how do we do this? We don't use this anymore. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so let's replace it. So here text. Let's use this counter. Okay, cool. Now I hope we get a counter. So it's empty, or maybe not empty. Let's make it equal. Let's make it 0 at first. Okay, yeah, something like. Let's make it like this. Okay, cool. Now it's increasing. But what I want to do, and like the goal of this tutorial is like I want to keep the value when I reload, when I restart, when I get back to my filter. I want the value to be back from, like, if I leave to 5, and then when I come back I want the value to be 5. Okay, so now it's not working because we don't use persistence module, not yet. So count screen tap. Okay, display the count into the text. Cool. Now create my persistence module class. Cool. So now let's get a little bit let's get into things serious, the serious things now. So what we could do now actually, which is like the cool things to do, is create a new script and maybe call it like my persistence module. Yeah, but it's, well, yeah, module. I don't know, I'm just camel case it, but it's underscores it, underscorize it. I don't know, it's not maybe the best way to spell it, but anyway, my persistence module. Okay, it's maybe too long, I don't know. Anyway, we don't need all of this. Maybe we just need my diagnostic. Yeah, we don't just maybe need this for the debug, and then we will remove it later. Cool. I should actually, maybe if you want to do this, which is cool, maybe create like a script which is a debug script, and then inside you have like the way to display things, and you also diagnostics, and then you import this when you need it. Okay, so the way to create a class in JavaScript is this. So my persistence module. Okay, so here we have our class with a constructor. Okay, constructor, yeah. Okay, cool. And then what we need to do is we need something to get data, and we need also to be able to set data, and then in the end also we need also to remove data. Okay, and everything is also already written inside the documentation of SparkIR. Okay, but then I want to use this class outside of here, so yeah, I'm gonna use this way. And then inside this script, how to import, let's see the documentation. Like this documentation is here, importing. Okay, I'm gonna use this way to import. So exporting, I'm using that way, okay, and importing, I'm using this way, but you can use whatever way fits the best for you. And anyway, so import, yeah, we import anything, I don't know, default function, I don't care. Import from, what's the name of the file already? It's a pretty long name, I shouldn't have called it that way, but anyway, my persistence module .js. Okay, cool. And I'm importing my class, which is called my persistence module. Yeah, cool. And also, okay, there is few things that I can also, I need also to export. Is the persistence module. Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's do it that way. Maybe it's not. Okay, let's not do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's try to see if it works. Okay. Const persistence. Okay. Require. Okay. Persistence. Okay, cool. So here I have my persistence module, and then something which is really important. Oh yeah, let's, before I go into more code, let's see. So persistence module, okay, you require it. Okay, then here it's all some example of touch, gesture, and scene, and anything. We don't care about this, but which is important is here. When you use a persistence, you need to get the user scope, okay? And with the user scope, you do everything. Like you get using the user scope, and then you set, and then you remove, okay? So we also need to get the user scope. Cool. So we can store the user scope inside here. Like this, user scope equal persistence.userscope. Okay, cool. And then get data should be something like returning, because I'm gonna use it in my promise, okay? Because I should get at the beginning of anything to see if there is something, and if there is anything, there is not the score or anything that you have stored already, you have to set data, okay? But then let's get the data. So I'm returning a promise, so I'm using get data inside promise.all that we are using at the beginning of the script. So yeah, this.userscope.get data, because I'm calling it data, but this you should maybe put it inside the constructor and pass it pass it to the class at the beginning when you build the class, okay? But in this example, I'm just using it that way. Cool. Yeah, so I think it's all okay. Cool. Let's try to see if this works already. Okay. Here I have this. Here I have this. Let's see. That's cool. There is no error. Anything cool? Because I'm not calling it anyway. So my persistence module here. I can do this here because I want to use the get here. I want to do this .get, okay, get data here, okay. So if I want to do this, I need my persistence module to be created. So const, because we don't need to modify it when it's set. My persistence, my persistence. For example, something like that. It's a little bit too long, but anyway, my persistence new class here doesn't take any arguments. Let's try. Okay, there is an error. Persistence does not exist. Okay, cool, because you need to use it here. No, I don't need here. Here. Persistence does not exist. I don't know. Maybe I made a mistake. I misspelled it. I don't know. I'm lazy. I don't want to read it. I'm just copy and paste it. Yeah, I misspelled it completely. So this is an E. This is not an A. This is also an E. This is an E here. My bad, sorry. Here, okay. So here also, and then this, okay, here it's an E, but then in the code here we're gonna rename it also. Yeah, here, not delete, rename. Yeah, cool. Here, yes. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. That's pretty. Okay, cool. So now there is another error. The K data is not whitelist. Okay, so that's a error. That's normal. Then you need to go to project. Then you need to edit properties, and then you need to change inside capabilities, persistence, and then you need to add data here. Okay, so done. Then clear, and then reload. Okay, cool. Now let's see what is stored inside data, if there is inside data. So yeah, let's display what is inside data. No, it's not this. Yeah, so results of 0, 1, 2. Okay, the result of 2 here. So what is inside? Yes, that's normal. There is nothing actually. We didn't store anything, so the data is a whitelist. Okay, but there is nothing inside data. So now, if there is nothing inside data, let's store something inside data. So like if results of 2, which is my data is null, that does not exist. Okay, let's persist something. So set data, and then what should be the data we could store? So the data will be called score, and then score of 0, because if there is no data, the score is 0 because there is no data, because the first is the first data we are storing. Cool. So let's use here, let's create set data. Sorry. So here, set data. How does set data work? So same, take user scope and then set of data with data, because like data to store, we can call it data to store. Okay. Here. Then if it's okay, so let's do this. So it will be something like, I don't care of getting anything back, but it will be like, look, success data is stored. Cool. And if there is an error, let's catch the error, and then error here, error data is not stored because something happened, and something happened is something happened, and what happened, I don't know. Let's see, it will be error here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's store something. Let's try. Okay, success data is stored. Okay, cool. It's really pretty fast. And so something is stored. 0 is stored. Okay. So now what we want to do is every time, because okay, doing it every time will not be something optimized. It's not. I don't think it's the best way to make it. But for this example, we will do it like this. Okay, the best way to store when you finish doing something or starting or anything, but not every time you do something, store. It might not be the best way, but that's the way we're gonna do it. So yeah, we set the text to counter, but we want also to store the counter. So let's use set data here, set data and counter. Cool. So let's try. Here. So everything is stored. Data is stored. Cool. Okay, and then if you want also to display what is stored, because that's maybe the best way to do it. I didn't do it, but here, and then display what is stored, results.score, because we call it score in data. When we store it, we call score. So there is a score in the value. Okay, cool, it's undefined. Great. Why is it undefined? Okay, just say true. Okay, cool. I mean, I thought it will return. Let's see the documentation actually. Okay, just say okay, successful, and then okay, just return true. I thought it will return what is stored, but not. Okay, so we don't need it. Can leave it empty, and here we want store. Okay, data is stored, and that's enough. So now, what are we? So we are storing the data, okay, but then here we need to get the data if there is data, because here we are just using it like if there is no data. But if there is a data, so if it's not empty, so there is a data, let's set it instead of setting the text to empty or to 0, let's set it to something. Let's keep it here. Let's keep it here. Okay, but here text will be equal to the results of 2 dot score. Here, oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, so cool. For example, if I go, okay. Yeah, also, that's a mistake. If I don't reset my counter, or if I don't initialize the counter with the value of the scores that we get, it will start all the time to 0. So what we want to do is we want the counter to be equal to the score that has been stored. So we get the score here, and here we can replace this by counter, which is maybe cleaner. Okay, cool. So then when we start it using the last value 7, and then see it's using the last value. Okay, so now we have done a part of the tutorial. I just wanted to change something, but I just forget. Anyway, so now let's try to remove it. So removing is the same as setting and getting. It's the same way. Is this dot user scope and remove and data. That's all, and then same, nothing is returned. Useful, and then we catch it if there is an error. Yeah, here, and then we display the error if there is an error, so we are not lost in the infinity of error. No, infinity of error. Anyway, try to be funny, but I'm not. And then success data is removed. Okay, cool. Let's try it. Let's just call. Let's call it here, just to try. It's just a test. Okay. It doesn't make any sense, but it's a test. Remove. I call it remove data. Yeah, that's the way yeah, remove data. Okay, cool. Let's call it here. Clear. Okay, I removed it. So now when I reset the file, did not remove. Did not work. It did not work. That's a shame. Okay, let's see why. Okay. That I am stupid. I need the class, not the return value of get data. Yeah, so success data has been removed. Okay, so now if I comment this line, because I don't want to remove all the time, but just a test to show you that you can remove. We started again from 0. Okay, and then it's 10, and if I remove, clear, remove, we start again from 0. Okay, so you can store, you can get, and you can remove data. So we have seen that we can remove data, but there is one last error here. Actually, this code doesn't work on mobile phone. So to make it work on mobile phone, we need to take my persistence.get data out from the promise here, because we need to catch it in case there is an error. And so what we do here, if result is empty, actually we need to do this using the promise and using the value that is returned by my my persistence.get data. Okay, so we need to resolve this and catch also if there is an error. Okay, because on mobile it is like more restrictive in terms of error catching that it is on Spark AR actually. So when it's gonna try to get the first time data which is not stored already, it will throw an error saying that the key data does not exist. So to prevent this, we, instead of using it here and not taking care of the catch, we have to take care of catch here and catching this error when the key does not exist, and do the same thing as we are doing here. So if the key does not exist, we do like when the result was not existing. Actually, it's the opposite here, and this here. So we do the same as if data was null or undefined. Okay, and then we call this here for both part here and here. So yeah, the changes that we have to make also is that here it's not result of 2, because we do not have result of 2 anymore. So it's data that we are using here. Actually, let me open bracket and close bracket here. Okay, it's result of 2 is data, so we get data score if data exists, and then that is fine, and also this is also fine, and here. Okay, so let's save and try here. Okay, it works on the on Spark AR, and let me send a test link to my phone and then try if it works on my phone also. As you can see, increasing, and then if I change, I'm taking a picture anyway, if I change and go back, it's 17 is still here, and then I can increase and change. I'm taking a picture again and go back, we'll save. Okay, so that's pretty much it now. And then what we can do is remove this part which is copy and pasted, so we can make it in manage tab. Here it's gonna take our counter and our results here, and then we paste it here. So we call manage tab here, right here, and also copy and then paste it here. And what we can do also is don't forget to display the error here in case we get an error. So we will have the answer of the reason of the error, and then I can save, reload my filter, save again, and if I start from 0 again by removing the data, can start from 0 again, and so that's fine. Okay, there is an error here. Yeah, so error cannot read properties core of null. This might be here. If data, more like this, if data exists, then we store the data, and then we can remove again and then see if it works. Okay, it works. Removing again. Okay, then I'm just commenting the remove. There we are. Okay, reloading. Yes, it works. And then let's try one more time on the phone. Refresh. I'm tapping 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm changing and I'm going back. And so the number keeps going up. Okay, right, it works. And so that's it. Thank you for following this tutorial. All the code is in the description below. And please hit the subscribe button and see you guys later. Bye bye.